Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Kaiserreich, where things are not going terrifically well. It's March the 29th, 1938. We have 28% dissent, although it is going down a fairly substantial rate. And because I'm an idiot and I actually got my numbers mixed up, we don't actually have a wartime economy going at all, quite the opposite. We have 133 available industrial capacity as opposed to 189 base capacity, I believe. Unless I have indeed got that the wrong right way round. Yeah, no, available IC is the one in the middle. We only have 133% versus 189 base. Not good. The bloody French, on the other hand, have got 130 base and 188 available. So they're like the opposite way around. So we need to build up our army. People have been freaking out about this, all these French troops on the border. And yeah, okay, there are a bunch of French troops on the border, but I've played this game a whole bunch of times, guys. I know when the war kind of starts, so I know when I actually need to move my troops into position. Don't worry about this here. It looks big and scary, but it's not as bad as all that. All my shit is spread out all over the place. We've actually got a lot more troops than you might imagine here. We're actually better equipped than you might think. The French have just stacked theirs up in little one-unit stacks like that, and it looks bigger and scarier than it actually is. So, you know, just don't panic, Mr. Mannering. It's going to be fine. However, last time we did do two important things. One, we crushed the ultranationalists in the east, and so we've regained Lithuania and White Ruthenia as puppets, which means we have a corridor to the Ukraine. Which means that we will have their troops in any foreseeable conflicts in the future. The Russians beat the Reds, which means that we can potentially count on their help in a war, but I wouldn't be so certain based on the fact that they're radical socialists, even though they do have a Romanov in power. The Soviets are still holding out in St. Petersburg over there, Petrograd, rather, I should say, but that's all they're doing. The Union of Britain is invading Sweden because this is Kaiserreich and that shit just generally seems to happen. The Civil War in Spain seems to still have no clear victor. Meanwhile, over in the United States, it's a little difficult to say, really. I think the Reds have got the upper hand. I'm not entirely sure, though. It still kind of looks like it could go either way. But in any case, we do have Austria on our team now. They have joined Middle Europa. They're a little weak now because they're still recovering from that big war with Hungary, which is now non-existent. They don't really like us very much, I've noticed. They're minus 127 with us. The unappreciative bastards, but still, we're allied with them. They're not doing so great, but they're rebuilding pretty speedily, I think. And, you know, the number of troops they do have is not to be sniffed at. You saw what they did to the Hungarians, so we're doing okay. While we might not individually have lots of troops, well, we have a lot of troops, don't get me wrong, but maybe not as much as the French right now. We have many allies, unlike the French. The French have got Britain, who have a tiny army. They've got the Socialist Republic of Italy, which again are tiny and relatively inconsequential, and they may end up with the anarchists in Spain on their side. But again, the anarchists in Spain usually have a very small army, and they generally aren't very combat effective from what I've seen in previous playthroughs. So we really don't have to worry about them too much either. It's tackling the beast itself is the main problem, and really breaking the stalemate, which will usually happen along the border here, because as you can see, both sides have ample static fortifications set up all along the borders, which means you get a really, really ugly stalemate that goes on for quite some time before somebody makes a breakthrough either way, and things start to speed up a bit. Oh, naturally, I'm hoping the breakthrough will happen in this direction, and we'll get a repeat of what happened in World War II in real life. So, with the added benefit, of course, of us not having to actually invade Belgium at all, since they're on our side this time. Anyway, let's let the clock run for a little while. There we go. Let our economy get itself back in gear. Usually you need to refresh it by a day or something when you load the game back up again, because it's just the way the game engine works. So yeah, we need a ridiculous amount of upgrades. I'm not sure what precisely to. I think it mostly seems to be infantry. We've got a lot of 1931 infantry knocking about, which is unfortunate, but not a huge problem at this immediate moment. What about our aircraft? These guys seem to be okay. Albatross DA XVII. Whatever the heck they are. Dornier 17s is all I can say that is based on its picture. That's what they were called in real life. Look at those. What about our fighters? Where are our fighters at? Oh, are they still down in Austria? I never moved them to Austria, did I? Oh, there they are. JG3 Udet, JG2 Richthofen. I have a model Messerschmitt, an Airfix one that was that's part of JG2 Richthofen in real life. And in fact, I have a dynamic campaign currently going as a German 109 BF-109 pilot as part of JG2 Richthofen in IL-2 Sturmovik 1946, which is another game, which is a flight sim, sort of, which I've streamed on a couple of occasions before, and I'm considering doing a Let's Play of following this series. But anyway, that's quite far in the future, so we'll not talk about that now. Getting sidetracked. So anyway, yeah, we've got upgrades to do. Main thing at the minute, though, I think, is actually, yeah, upgrades would be nice, but we need more bodies in uniform. So I'm gonna get building some infantry divisions, basically, but in addition to that, I need to reduce my dissent. That's like a top priority at the minute, because you know that'll pay dividends in the long run. Because the lower our dissent is, the more available industrial capacity we actually get. So, yeah, we're gonna basically, I think we'll stick with what we've got for now. And see how we get on. Hello. Victory over partisans in... Oh. Chinese are acting up, are they? Why can't I cross over to... Oh, it's because we were being attacked. That's why we couldn't cross over. Destroy them! The assassination of Ambassador Albert Dufour, France. Our ambassador to Austria, Albert Dufour France, was found dead in his home in Munich today. The evidence has... Shut up, you lot. The evidence has clearly shown that he was murdered by a French anarcho-syndicalist named Gustave Bouvet. Bouvet was found boarding the fast train from Berlin to Bucharest, where he planned on crossing the Black Sea into Georgia. There is no evidence that this was planned by the French, but it is an outrage just the same. The execution of the assassin is enough to satisfy the people, or it's time to stand up to the anarchists. It means war, in the words of Bugs Bunny, or Daffy Duck. It's Daffy Duck, isn't it? Oh, I can't remember. I haven't watched Looney Tunes in donkey's years. I'll shut up. Obviously, we're not going to war with them yet, so the execution will have to suffice. +3 dissent. Yay! Fez has been lost to partisans. Oh my goodness, what the balls? When did this happen? Okay, apparently Morocco is going nuts. That's annoying. I don't want to move troops from Germany abroad, but I'm going to have to, aren't I? Bloody hell. Do I have any transports knocking around? Gigantic fleet, yet apparently I have no transports. This is just... infuriating. Come on. Submarines everywhere, but... oh, for heaven's bloody sake. Where are my transports? Where are my transports? Damn it. Where are they? Ugh. This is just very, very annoying. I'm going to move these planes up here, actually, by the way. They're not doing much good sat around in Egypt. No transports there. Transports! Hooray! There we go. What the hell are you doing over there in Sri Lanka, for crying out loud? Ugh. I'm tempted to just let them bloody have Morocco. Like, I have no use for Morocco. I seriously don't. Maybe I should just... Diplomacy... Liberate nation... Morocco! There we go. Here, have freaking Morocco. I don't want it. My god. I might get a puppet state. Why not? There we go. I'll let the Moroccan puppet government deal with that. Because I don't want to. Seems to be the sensible solution to a lot of this. Good. Reduce that damn dissent. This is bad news. This is bad news. I can't have 30% dissent on the eve of war. This is just awful. Ugh. I think there's going to be a lot of sitting around doing not a lot involved right now, by the way. At least we killed those partisans. The Ottoman Empire has declared war on Kurdistan. Great. Where's Kurdistan? Oh, it's there. It appeared out of nowhere, apparently. So the Ottomans have got their problems. Russia has now annexed Soviet Russia, which is actually good news. Because if America... I don't really know, because territory's moving forwards and backwards quite a bit here, but I think the Reds are probably winning. I count the fact that this area here is probably cut off from this area now. But yeah, like if the United States turns red, that means Canada will eventually turn red. Which means that, contrary to real life, where Germany embarked on a huge, gigantic, expensive, and ambitious campaign and conquest of Russia, we're going to have to do the exact same thing, except of the United States, which I dare say may be even more difficult. Oh dear. And it'd be nice not to have to deal with, you know, a red Russia on top of that, honestly. So, 10 convoy transports have been added to the convoy. Oh, good, yes, I almost forgot about that. We're building lots of convoy transports in anticipation of getting a lot of them sunk. Once war breaks out, because believe you me, that will happen. And if we lose all our convoy transports, then our overseas troops will get starved to death. Specifically, our overseas fleets. Which is really bad news, because you can't just lose bloody capital ships like that, you know, because you can't replace the damn things in a couple of months. The end of the Russian Civil War. For good or ill, the Russian Civil War is now over. The General Staff have reported that they learned many valuable lessons regarding the nature of modern warfare over the course of the conflict. Great! Plus 10 relations with Russia. National dissent's changed by -1%. Yay! Increase the skill of a couple of generals. Gain a blueprint for Bomber Veteran Initiative. Wow. I'll be damned. Awesome. That is because I elected to send supplies to the Ruskies during the war. That little event there was the payoff. We should get it with some of the other little conflicts. I think we've done all the ones we can for Spain and America, so... we'll be waiting on those. Looks like the anarchists aren't winning in Spain. They usually seem to whenever I play this game, but this time I don't think they're going to. Looks like it's going to be either the Kingdom of Spain or the Carlists. And it's really kind of too difficult to say, but it might even be the Kingdom of Spain, which is good news, because there are guys. The Kingdom of Spain. We like them. They're our lot. They're our team. Let's see. Non-aggression pact with Siam has expired. Denmark, Netherlands. Oh, who cares? Why are you even bothering me with this game, honestly? The Ukraine influenced us again. Wow. Direct ground support doctrine. Oh, we've got a couple of tech teams here to do stuff with. What do we got then? Bomber Veteran Initiative. Well, we've got a bloody blueprint for it, so why the heck not? Where's... Richthofen, I guess you'll have to do. And what the heck were you doing? Probably something involving tanks, if it was Krupp. Light Tank 1939. Land Doctrine. Hang on a minute. Land Doctrines. We have Armoured Division formation, right? Okay. I couldn't remember whether or not I'd researched that. Armoured Light Tank 1939. Go. I want tanks. Many of them. Many tanks. Decisive battle. Okay. Oh, that's naval doctrine, isn't it? Yep. How about massive strike? It's a bit far ahead date-wise. Advanced commerce defense. That would actually be a good idea. Now I think about it. A very good idea. Alfred Saalwächter. You can do that. Saalwächter? Wächter? It's difficult to say. Pronunciation of German words is not my forte. I'm probably better at it than most ignorant English pigs like me, like myself, but I'm still not brilliant at it. Delay doctrine. Oh, thank you. Right, Scuderian, you beautiful bastard. Elastic defense. And that's 1940, and it's only 1938. I might hold off for now. I don't know. What could I be doing instead? That's the real question here. Why do I have a blueprint for agriculture 1945? That's nuts. Basic pharmacology. That's probably a good idea. More manpower is good. Don't want to be bled white. Louise Hoffman's Pacific Solo Flight. Louise Hoffman was the first German woman to gain a pilot's license. After her 1933 transatlantic solo flight and her role as a scout pilot in the 1936 Neuschwabenland expedition, she has become one of Germany's most famous aviation pioneers, along with notable pilots like Manfred von Richthofen and Gunther Pluschow. Anyway. Today, Fräulein Hoffmann has accomplished a new long-distance record in her customized Fokker F9. Starting in Tahiti 36 hours ago, Fräulein Hoffmann today landed safely in Lae on German New Guinea, where she was welcomed by a jubilous crowd and Governor Albert Hall. It is rumoured by now that Hoffmann will soon attempt a solo flight around the world. This would place her at a direct competition with the Red Baron, who is planning a similar endeavour. National descent changed by -1. Hurrah! This raises again the question of universal women's suffrage. Yep, it does. And look, our descent's now down 24%, and as you can already see, our IC has jumped up to 141. So it's having a visible impact now. Germany and the Italian Federation, with a Catholic as our new Reichskanzler, we can embark on a new relation with the Italian Federation and the Catholic world in general. Cordial relation, announce our support for the Pope, or because the message box is broken, Catholic Church, and invest more in the Catholic dominant, blah blah blah. That will increase dissent, so that can fuck off. A cordial relation seems like the most sensible option. Yeah, I'll go with that. Nothing that increases dissent, thanks. None of that. Besides, we're really not on terrifically good terms with the Northern Italians anyway, because, well, we're on the side of the Austrians, and those two were at war not long ago, so... Commission the SMS Beowulf. Ooh. Cool. Russia annexed the Don Kuban Union. Oh, I see. We're plus 113 with them, so the Russians kind of like us. However, they cannot join alliances while at peace because it is against their policy. Influence them! Intelligence. Can we increase our intelligence funding yet? We can indeed. Let's do that. Also, we have 4 grand in the bank right now. Because we're getting loads of money as a nice side effect of all this descent reduction I'm trying to do. And which means we should be able to do some things like national infrastructures and research. Yes. Which will reduce descent as well as give us cool things like blueprints and stuff. So I'll do a comprehensive investment in national research. Which brings us down to 300 money, but it's going up so fast it doesn't really matter. Central America annexed Honduras. Oh no! Somebody must stop these mad bastards. First Honduras sends the world. 1939 infantry division for nothing with Flanders. Flanders has better infantry than me? That's unacceptable. It really is. Oh well. What are you gonna do? At least I have an air force. Well, so do they. But it's tiny. At least I have a navy. Okay. Armor veteran initiative good right now. Okay, we'll work on those infantry. My god. Oh, I didn't realise I was that behind. Multi-role fighter, hey? The north face of the Eiger is scaled. The widely publicised attempt to climb the north face of the Eiger has been successful thanks to the skill and ingenuity of Ludwig. Ludwig. You. Everyone who doesn't watch my streams is now thoroughly confused, but never mind. Ludwig Vorg, or Verg, who saved himself and his comrades from certain death while climbing up the previously thought to be unpassable mountain. -1 descent, hurrah! Indeed. Only 19% descent now, it's going down pretty fast. Basic pharmacology, also done. Ooh, this is all, you know, this is all chugging along quite nicely, actually. Okay, mass-produced penicillin. No, that's a bit ahead of our time. Elastic defense would be a good one to start on at some point. Escort picket defense, carrier division. Escort picket defense. Let's do it. It might not seem like it, but our naval stuff is actually ridiculously important. Advanced naval invasion. Not a massive priority, but it's something we should think about. Massive strike. Wolf packs. What about infantry? Repair 1938. That would be a good one to do. Opal. Excellent. You're perfectly suited for this task. So get on with it. Outlaw the extreme nationalist parties. Today the Parliament will consider the last week's proposal for outlawing the extreme nationalist party made by a member of Parliament known for his liberalism. The tendencies are comments are political specialists that this proposal will fail because too few members really want to limit freedom of speech to this degree. No or yes? No. Extreme nationalists, fine. Communists, no. No. We want to ban those guys. Hypocritical? Of course. The Kaiser cares not for being hypocritical. Let's see. More blueprints from the AOG this time. And the Brits are mucking about with our production. And failing. I think, which is good news. Again, if they failed, I don't really need to know about it, do I, game? Stupid bloody... Anyway. Results of investments in national research. Ooh, 2 blueprints. One for 1939 Cavalry Division, which isn't that useful. But also one for Escort Picket Defense, which is useful. Okay, we're researching that right now, so that's pretty darn good. So we can invest in national research again. I'll wait a bit though first, I think. Descent is now at 18%. This is good. Iceland has declared its independence. Okay. Brüning and the Christian Union. Under the influence of the Reichskanzler Brüning and his Zentrumspartei, the Deutsche Christliche... Oh, God. These German words, they'll be the death of me, I swear. Gewerkschaftsbund gains more in prominence, and they could turn into a bulwark against the godless socialists and the thugs of the GDVP. Kaiserreich is still a Protestant Junker institution. Or, yes, the DCGB will be a bulwark against the extremists. Oh, industrial efficiency total plus 2%, but national descent is changed by plus 1%. Or we could reduce our national descent by another further 1%. Where is our industrial efficiency total? I have no idea. Oh boy. You know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the descent hit. It's quite small, and the efficiency addition will be useful. The SMS Bismarck, hooray! The mighty Bismarck is finished. So now in Kiel, I think, yeah. The Tirpitz, hurrah! And the Bismarck, where are you at? And the Bismarck, there we go. Bismarck class as well. It's the article. It's the official. It is the Bismarck, which caused so many problems for the Allies in real life. Awesome. Sorry, I nerd out when I see things like that. Romania's declared war on Romania. Basically. Iron Guard Romania versus regular Romania. I think we probably... Apparently we're in fairly good relations with both of them, honestly, but I think I'd probably prefer it if Romania won as opposed to Iron Guard Romania, because these were the assholes who got all funny about our oil supply. So, yeah. Not going to get involved, though. Citizens leave for the Baltic. Invest in national research. Do a limited investment. Yeah, why not? And the Graf Zeppelin can finally be deployed. Hooray! The SMS Graf Zeppelin, people. This was actually constructed in real life, or at least, you know, the Germans attempted to construct it. It was the only German aircraft carrier. But in the world of Kaiserreich, we have it. In 1938. Another aircraft carrier is good news. These things are like the queens of the sea. The more of these you have, the more likely you are overall, honestly, to win most naval battles. These and battleships generally tend to win most of the time. It's even got its carrier air group and everything. Sweet. Which means that these should be not too far behind. June and July and August 1939, we'll have these four carriers, Westphalian classer. They're the next class up from the Graf Zeppelin, I believe. They also come with capital anti-air, which the Graf Zeppelin doesn't have. So that's good news. We can actually lower our production slider here a little bit for the time being. Put the rest of it into other stuff, like consumer goods and only 0.07 reinforcements. What? Why? Never mind. Don't question it. We only need 3.10 supplies, so that's a bit of a waste. We'll put the rest into upgrades, I guess. We'll start upgrading. The Sedan Day celebration. Yep. Another minus 1% descent. Good stuff. This is all coming together. Invest in national infrastructures, war games, blah blah blah. So I've been looking at intelligence. 112, almost sure they have 112 infantry divisions. To our, probably less. But we have allies, so it's effectively more. Where is it? Maintenance costs. 67 infantry divisions, wow. But we also have motorized, armored, marines, cavalry, all sorts. And HQ as well, which is important. Plus our allies, so I think we're still okay. Largely. But, obviously, I'm going to go on a big recruiting spree. Very soon, once this has got down to a manageable level. Let's descend here, because that's what's using up the bulk of our industrial capacity in a minute. Mitigating descent, which is now decreasing pretty fast. Money devaluation, rear area vehicle repair shop. Oh, good, good, good. Sturdy equipment. Surface radar. Not a priority right now. Assembly line experimentation. I guess we'll go the elastic defense. Every land doctrine we can get over the enemy is important. It'll take a while because we're researching it quite far ahead of what we of the historical date we should be. But if it means we can get it a little earlier than the French, then so be it. Right. Bit of battle going on? Oh, right, yeah. The Moroccan rebels are attacking Marrakesh and losing. Unfortunately, this is a garrison unit, so it can't move. Well, it can strategically redeploy, but it can't attack, so yeah. 39 infantry division is done. Hooray. That's only going to increase our upgrade cost, though. Unfortunately. 39 cavalry, my goodness. First strike. Let's do that. Richthofen, where are you at? This is your thing. Fighter stuff. And let that clock tick for a bit more. I'm hoping the war will start in 1940. That's basically what I'm banking on. We could get ambushed by an event that makes it start earlier, which would be unfortunate, but I'm hoping it should start in 1940, possibly even 1941. That's what usually happens. So we've got a little breathing room still. Blueprint for improved hospital system. Oh, sweet. Hooray. Failed to delay our production. Yeah, screw you, Union of Britain. Once France is done, you're next. We're still beating the partisans in Morocco. Oh, 5 gold stars for effort, guys, but you can't win. Sorry. Hey, look, things are updating. The attachment to SMS Blumenthal has been upgraded to BF 109. It's just done in Roman numerals because that's the way the Imperial Germans did their aircraft. It starts at BF 109T, which was a variant of the BF 109, which was equipped with a tail hook for landing on aircraft carriers, as well as the something or whatever Stuka. So. Well, there's something else there, I'm not sure what. But, yeah, okay, we now have... The Germans did invent those, by the way. They came up with BF-109Ts for landing on aircraft carriers. And Stukas, which could fold their wings for storage on aircraft carriers as well, a bit like the American fighters used to do. So that's interesting stuff. In my opinion, the Nazis probably should have spent less time on their V-weapons and more time on their aircraft carriers. But whatever. Escort picket defense is done. Fengtian Republic annex Mongolia. Wow, okay. And the partisans in Marrakesh are still attempting to win and failing. Naval doctrines. Advanced scouting. Yep, advanced scouting. Let's do it. Now! Right, the ideal tech team for this is actually still researching something else, unfortunately, but never mind, this guy will have to do. I guess I could start repositioning some of this lot, but I can't be bothered, honestly. Let's see. Go on then. Actually, you know what? You've got tanks attached. Let's put you there instead. Panzer divisions, you can go there. It'd be faster to strategically redeploy these guys, but I really can't be bothered. Oops. That's my cavalry, isn't it? Yeah. So if we move all this up here, it'll look significantly more, you know, capable. Is that everything? Good. Right. There's stuff spread out all over the place everywhere else, though, so... right. Hauptquartier West. You can move down there. You guys over here. Over here. Down there. Yeah, over there. That should do. Get everything in a reasonable looking position. More stuff upgrading. HQs are upgraded. Huh, good. Yep. Public Works, blah blah blah. We're almost up to 4K monies again, actually, which is pretty good. Well, I know what, screw it. I'll just drop an investment right now. Substantial investment. Right, there we go. We're now down to 9% descent, which is awesome. Improved light tank. Hey! Good stuff. Tank 1939 next, please. Regular tanks as opposed to light tanks. Good stuff. Succeeded in delaying Manfred von Richthofen, you bastards! I'll get you for that. Citizency for the Baltic, good stuff. How are we doing for convoys? We're still building more of the damn things. I need to increase that. This is 0 there, but that's because they're all occupied. We've already got a couple here which are in trouble. Hopefully, I don't believe they're essential though. We really don't have enough convoys. This is a bit nuts, really. You'd think we would have, but no. First strike doctrine. Ah, they slowed him down, but not enough. Aircraft next, I think. Interceptors would be good. CAGs would be good as well, though. Tough. Assembly line experimentation would be even more awesome now I think about it. Alright, you know what? I'm going to do that. It's a bit ahead, really, of schedule. However, it will pay off. Ah, yes. Well, we can see... Wow, that was quick, wasn't it? Jeez. We got a blueprint for... My god, that was lucky. We suddenly gained a blueprint for assembly line experimentation. That's going to make a huge difference. Wow. Alright, so yeah, the Reds have definitely won in America, although half of it is owned by the decidedly more sensible Pacific States of America, although they don't like us very much. I'm not really sure why. Maybe we've done to them, you know? And I think the Carlists might be winning in Spain, which is neither good nor bad, really. The Carlists will probably stay neutral in the unfolding events. Best case scenario was the Kingdom of Spain won, the worst case scenario was the Anarchists won, so... Yeah, anyway, the USA is no more. It's now been replaced by these unscrupulous gentlemen. God help them. So... God help them, because the Kaiser can't. 6% descent. We're doing really good now, actually. I'm really feeling really good about this. More convoys, hooray. And the CSA declared war on the Pacific States of America. Wow, okay, this is interesting. I wonder who will win between these two. 47 infantry divisions versus 22. Oh dear. Poor PSA. Give them hell, but you're doomed, pretty much. You're doomed. God, we have loads of money again. More national research. 3 years after the Black Monday. Here we go. 3 years have passed since the Black Monday and the subsequent Black Week. The unemployment rate finally reached normal levels. New industries are opening every day and we can look at the future with hope. The economy finally recovered. Yes! -5%. Plus 10% industrial efficiency total. Thank you. Thank you, almighty God. Whoever is responsible. Dissent is now at 0. We have 209 available industrial capacity, which is higher than our base. Oh, yeah. Right then. So, this is where the real work begins then. And that will be next time on Let's Play Kaiserreich, where we gear up for war with La Belle France down here. And hopefully we'll try not to break into war a little, you know, ahead of schedule, because that would be extremely bad. But with our industrial capacity being what it is right now, I reckon we may have stand a good chance of outproducing the French and catching up with them, even if we don't single-handedly outnumber them. So yeah, there's that. So see you next time, folks, and we'll try not to get embarrassingly conquered by the French. Ta-da for now.